Right, where to start? Oh, I wish I the last was here. Right. I suppose you just start down, start lifting things out. See where you can put them. I don't know how I'm going to fit all this in the shed. I'm going to have to give it a gun. Might have to actually take the bench out. This is going to be a shed makeover of epic proportions, I think. Oh, it's got to be done. The shed makeover from hell. I've noticed there's a lot of videos coming up on YouTube of people clearing their sheds out and all that. It's that time of year, isn't it? But we never have. It's lasted us, but I'll tell you what it is. It ain't half dropping to bits. Like this floor in here, I put this floor in about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was just off an old fence. So it was knackered to start with, really. It wasn't brand new. And I've just started to notice little cracks when I stand on. We can't have any of that. So eventually I'll have to lift this floor up as well and replace it. I might put concrete or something down the next time out. It's just after a few years the wood starts to go. Once it starts going, you've got problems again. I mean, you've got to rip everything up, start again. And I'm getting to an age where I can't be bothered to do that anymore. I want it labour free. Well, it's least labour free as I can get it. Look at that, man. Yes. Right, hold on. Does anybody else do this, or is it just me? I've always got a back pocket with screws in. Pencils, old pencils. Always. Right, hold on. Do you know where it is? Where's the brush? Oh, it doesn't matter, it's getting wrecked anyway. Oh, that's no brush. I bet I've nailed this. Ridiculously. Oh, I've only gone forgetting me drill, haven't I? Give us a minute, I'm gonna nip away and get it. Right, back online, as I say. Not too bad, does it? Looks as good as the day I made it. Didn't need that in. I just got to get this top off. There we go, lovely. Hold on, that might be actually better. The end of that. There you have it. That's that. Right. So I've got the top off. Now just get all this crap out from underneath. And see this tin of paint? I'll tell you about that. Anyhow, let's carry on. It could start raining soon. These little things with straw we put in for the cats, just in case you know, they get caught out by a beast from the east or something like that. At least they can come in, can't sleep in there, got shelter. I've been wanting to do this for years, both of us. because when we're now, it's, you know, it's rotten underneath here. With all the cobwebs, all the muck and dust and everything, and it's wanted a clean out. So this is the time to do it. There's cobwebs all over the shop. I've knocked it. So what? So again, I was going to do it anyway. Change of plan, folks. This I've just broke this, smashed it, trying to get the legs off it. It's not going to be any good now. It's turned itself into firewood. Well, I've turned it into firewood. So it's a complete rebuild. Look at this. Like I say, it was rotten when I put it in, really. So I've had a good 5 year with the floor. I think it's time for a complete refurb now. So folks, I've got an idea. I've come up with one. I'm just going to repair the floor here. I'm just gonna, because it seems to be okay over this way. So when I get to these ones, I'll show you. That one. That one. So the joists underneath are obviously rotten. It'll be the rats. Knackered. Can't be dealing with that. I'll just whip this out. And you know what I'm gonna say, don't you? Use them for the floor. Yeah, let's get on with it. Right. It's rats. It's when we used to have the food in here for the hedgehogs and the cats. We've got tunnels all over the place. You just gnaw up your floorboards, and no matter how many times you patch it up like that, they'll just chew another hole through. Best to get metal or like thin wire. But like I said, everything was done in a hurry. Just snapping in my hand. Well friends, I didn't plan on having another pointy so soon, but here we are. Right, you see, my fatal flaw here was for the wood to be touching the ground, the soil, and that's what's rotted it. I knew it when I put it in, it was daft. But I tell you what it is, I must have took about a ton of soil out of this greenhouse. And in the end, like I say, we ran out of time. Debbie was getting impatient. She wanted to be in here for the sowing season, you know. So I just knocked it up. I was sick of running backwards and forwards to the tip with bags of soil. So when I it's a builder's error, like a schoolboy error, may like it. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it all out. Take it out, I'll repair this bit, I'll do it in sections, you know. I'll do this middle bit first, all the way at the end. Obviously, it depends on weather, because we're getting into November soon. But I'll try and do it as best I can. If I do it in short sections, then there's no spoiling over the winter. And I'll just take my time. Do a better job this time around. You know, actually have the joists off the floor. Anyway, 5 years, like I say, 5 years we've had this in. you know, I think it's done well for 5 years, given this was an old fence, second-hand fence. So I'm sure that I can see there where the wheels are on that metal tray thing. The floor's going down like that, so now I'm going to have to pull this, I'm going to pull it all up. But I'll keep one half of the greenhouse, I think, for storage. I'm just going to have to move things about. I'm never going to get all this in there, like. So I'll just have to make do and work around it as best I can. Alright, there you go. I didn't want it to happen, but it did. I ain't bothering to sweeten it, like, but I do like it to be tidy. I even like my messes to be tidy. Well folks, it's the end of another one. It's a short one. I think I'm probably going to make a series on this, because every time I do something happens and I set myself back. So like, I've lifted this floor up today. I didn't want to, I wasn't expecting to. What I was expecting to do the day actually was come over and move everything out of here so that I could start work putting a bench in. It hasn't worked out, and I'm stuck with this now, so can't win, can you? One step forward, 2 steps back. But anyway, hey, I'll tell you what it is though, it keeps us going, it keeps us going, keeps us fit. And if I didn't do this, what else would I do? Sit and watch a telly? That's not good for anybody. It's good for your health. That's why I think everybody should get an allotment. It's good for your health. It's good, definitely good for your mental well-being. During the old flu season we had, remember that? Not so long ago. Everybody was locking the houses and whatnots. I mean, but allotmenteers were allowed to go and tend their gardens and you know, do all that. Dog walkers as well. So there was an uprising. I reckon there was a massive surge in the amount of people who wanted an allotment, because it gave them an excuse to get out the house. Crazy days. And that summer we were in here, and it was a lovely, I think it was spring, when we went into the old Lochadoon. It was spring and it was absolutely blissful, the weather here. It was lovely, and we just spent all our time over here, you know, like we would anyway, regardless. But we used to get dog walkers coming past the fence there. Ooh, how do you get an allotment? Well, you just go and see the committee there and put your name down for one. I says, you might have a long wait, like. I says, there's a lot of there's a massive surge in people wanting allotments all of a sudden. I'm getting sidetracked now, am I? That's not hard to do for Davy boy here. But what I'm saying is, that helped us out mentally. It helped us out fairly, because the last thing I wanted to do or her was be stuck indoors, like, and we never were, you know. So I think you're missing out if you didn't get an allotment. And if you're watching this anyway, if you're watching me doing this and you love a little bit of potter on DIY and whatnot, so I'm no professional, it's not my game at all, but I just love picking up a hammer and a screwdriver and having a gun, you know. And I think it does you the world of good, man. It gets you out the house, like I say. You're mental, and when you go back in the house, especially in the winter, you know, if you're stuck in it with the heating on and you're just, you know, binge watching YouTube or whatever, you know, and you're getting stir crazy and you want to be out, but the weather's freezing, and there's nothing to do, there's nowhere to go. If you've got an allotment, you can come here, put a fire on, make your own fire. You know, where can you do that? You cannot do that in your back garden at home. And it just gives you that few hours out the house. And then by the time you go back, I normally come over here late on in the day, like after 12, and I'll get back for around about 5, sometimes 6 o'clock, depending on, you know, the late nights and whatnots. And I've had a great time, me and our lass, and we're going back here, and we'll have a shower and we'll have a bit bait, because you built up an appetite all day. And you look back, I mean, we used to take pictures, now we do videos, and our lass would love, you know, better than taking pictures of the day, you know, the day she's had. Photographs of all our fruit and veg and whatnots, you know, new buildings going up. And it just makes you happy. It makes you happy inside. I can't understand. I'm not a gardener, and I keep saying that, and I'm not. But I think really I am an allotmenteer. I do love the allotment, and I'd be heartbroken if it ever got took off us, you know. It's what we do in the summer, and it's a wonderful thing, and we'd both be lost without it, you know. Anyhow, talking enough shite. I've talked enough rubbish, should I say. Sorry, I'll bleep that one out. I'm going yam now because it's getting cold. You can tell I've got my coat on. But I didn't account for that. But what we'll do, I'll come over just about every day and do a little bit each day. It gets us out the house, like I say. I don't mind doing it. And even if the camera wasn't on us, you know, I'd still do it. I've always done it. Until I kind of do it anymore, till it gets really bitter cold in the November. Probably we'll have a cold snap. The temperatures will drop. They're quite nice at the minute, but the temperatures will just go and boom all of a sudden, and then it'll be like, all right, I'm not going to be able to stay out for very much long. I'm not start that again. I'm not going to be able to stop out for very long today, so it's probably pointless gun. Them days you kind of get no done, you know. So anyway, I'll end this video here, and I'll see you on the next one. And that'll be me YouTuber, what's it like?